With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Second down and 8. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Complete here, it's Hyde. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there was a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot.
And this is caught at the 20. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. It's a big play there for Seattle. 53 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked them, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning the ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Greg Olsen was a big-time pickup for the Seattle Seahawks in the offseason. Spent the last 9 seasons with Carolina as an all-pro, Pro Bowl tight end, and did the same thing before that with the Chicago Bears. Now he moves to the Northwest and gives Russell Wilson a big-time target in the middle of the field.
Wilson gets rid of it quickly. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
38-yard line.
Push him back. Push him back. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
To throw again is Wilson. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Not sure much more could have been done there defensively. Went up with him, tried to knock it away, tried to get an arm in, unsuccessfully.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. His throw incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, Wilson letting one go deep for the end zone. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
1st down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
The tackle.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
But it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From the 41, Prescott got his man there complete to Gallup. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He'll find the rookie from Oklahoma, CeeDee Lamb. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. Now Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score.
Touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Seahawks, nothing.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Wilson leaves this one with Penning. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
It's always interesting when you get ready for a Seattle Seahawks game, because when you think of their receivers, you think of these guys are going to be 6'3", 6'4", 225 pounds out on the perimeter. But Tyler Lockett, he shatters all of those thoughts. Much more like a water bug, but maybe their most trusted target downfield. Led Seattle with 1,057 yards last season, operates in the slot and outside, and as tough as any receiver in the NFL.
He was taken down.
Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
Pick up of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf, and they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 yards there. First down.
What a great rookie campaign in 2019 for DK Metcalf, who came in with high expectations, was actually upset that he went in the second round, not the first round, but quickly proved everyone wrong who didn't take him prior. 900 yards receiving, 7 touchdowns, and looks exactly like a Seattle Seahawks receiver is supposed to look. Big, strong, physical, and catches all the contested passes downfield.
Another Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Good gain by Chris Carson, picks up a first down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
A loss of 3.
Well, that play's not going to go on their highlight reel at the end of the season, but the only benefit to the offense, maybe a little more space if they want to throw the football now after taking that loss.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14. Michael Dixon to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and there he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Number 19.
Amari Cooper, 65 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
Go.
The kick is good.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
4-yard line.
The coach suggests.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game.
Tackling.
Let's face it, right now,
Jesus,
the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
How are you going to let him catch that bull crap?
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
So
33 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Operating from the gun, Wilson going for it all. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown.
This is freaking dumb.
Philip Dorsett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
3.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play. And facing a second and long. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
And 14.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett.
Oh, yeah, let's just...
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
At their own 44-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's...
Are you freaking kidding me?
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. And fun to watch. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Prescott from the gun. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Good way, right?
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to find Gallup here complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
6-yard line.
looking to throw. Prescott looking for Cooper. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down, Cowboys.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run for a little bit more.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
To
Ezekiel Elliott. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
That will tie the game.
Zerline good with a PAT. And we are all tied at 28. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and inches, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And they'll let their fullback try and push.
How are you not going to grab him?
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
At the 36-yard line.
I'd love to see somebody get tackled
So
and
from
fall
the
forward.
36 now, 1st and 10.
Freaking yards.
Now Wilson. They go screen pass to Hyde.
Oh, we can't tackle? Yeah, good freaking job. Can't.
Tackled. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Bull crap,
They
bro.
ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Penny, a first down carry. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. He'll find Valor out of the backfield. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Straight down my throat for 750,000 yards. Come on, man. Let's get this connection fixed. Jesus.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
What'd I tell you?
Open man is Metcalf.
We can't cover nobody.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
This game is done.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Friday.
First down, a run with Hyde. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 11. From the gun, Wilson. He finds his running back, Hyde. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here.
Hey.
Tight coverage there. It's knocked away.
Good little hand up there.
So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Jason Myers on for the
block
field goal.
with the penalty.
A 32-yard attempt.
Back out.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
See if I can,
So the drive here ends with a field goal.
turnovers
It does
and lose
give them
this
the
game.
lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this
good
quarter,
block.
but this
Good
drive
freaking
very
block.
well could determine the outcome of this ball game. That's going to
zone
go as a
and all
loss
that
of
back
6,
there.
and it'll
That's
set them
freaking
back for 2nd down.
At the 19-yard line.
Mike's 50. Here we go. Watch the pass.
Now Prescott.
Yep, good game. I'm over this
intercepted.
stupid shit.
It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Intercepted.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Win the game.
Switch.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Mike, 55.
Here's a give to Penny. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
I mean, are you serious right now?
He goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
At the 23.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson.
Yeah, just leave them wide open. Leave them wide open. That's what we're trying to do, is lose the freaking game. God dang it.
A good gain again.
Stupid
That's
ass
now
bull
31 yards
crap, man.
combined on those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. 55 mark, guys. 55. Hey, 0, 0, 0. 12. Tighten up.
A handoff to Penny. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix. No laughing matter there. He came in to belt him behind the line. 13 yards remaining on second down. Operating from the gun, Wilson. That is caught
really
inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
This is some baby back bullshit. Just get this fucking shit over with. I'm tired of this goddamn game.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for it with Penny.
No.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time. They're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Probably go for it.
It's 4th down.
4th and 1. Why not? What'd I tell you?
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2.
Yeah.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Find a way to stretch their lead.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Ain't doing nothing.
Oh, Prescott's
Why would he not
and the
fly?
Seahawks have picked it up. And they take possession of the
Are
football
you serious?
and have it at the 36-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one,
Not
that
playing the
puts
rest
them
of
in
the
real jeopardy
Yeah.
there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on.
Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
On second down, here's Penny. And he'll take this down just shy of the
You're the
25-yard
first,
line.
yeah.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Again, it's Penny. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get
Why
it
not
done.
go for it again?
Losing 2 yards that time, and now
Go
it's
ahead.
4th
I know you don't want
down.
to.
A loss of 2 yards.
You're
It's
really not going
4th
to take the
down.
football. Okay.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He made his first attempt, this from 45.
I'm not going to waste time out. Just get the ball, bro. I'm turning Chupac on and Nima.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Stupid.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Almost just covered the hit bust and break
They've struggled moving the ball,
ground.
turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah,
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
He'll have a first down past the 40. Able to hit his target, Lamb.
Oh, okay.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It's caught, Cooper. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 35.
At the 9-yard.
Prescott down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Prescott yet again. Back of the end zone. Can he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so they dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
Taken down at the 11.
We got a plane to catch. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks,